What is up, Energizer? Again, it's RG here back with another video, and I have a very special one for you today, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a reaction video. Today, on this channel for the first time, I'm doing a Q&A. Yay! Nah, but seriously, so I've been thinking that, y'all have earned the right to hear some questions that people have for me, and I'm going to be reading them off my phone. So, y'all wanted to know some stuff about me. So I asked y'all through Instagram, or if I know you personally, I asked you to text me some stuff for personal questions. So, I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of texts. So, alright. The first question that was asked is, what is your view on communism/Marxism? Well, as I'm sure most of you know, and if you don't know, you will know right now, is that I am a democratic socialist or a social democrat, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I'm on the left wing of the political spectrum within the country of the United States of America. And what I believe in is that you give everybody government-run healthcare because that saves people's lives. And it basically, it would be that if somebody needs to have a surgery, they don't go into debt for saving their lives. That's just what I think is the just and the moral way. We also believe in legalizing marijuana because I don't think that someone should go to jail for selling marijuana or for having it on them. I think climate change is a major issue. I think that we should raise the minimum wage because I don't think that people can survive on $7.25 or $8.25 or $9 or $10 an hour. I just don't think that that's logical. But I guess what communism is, in a sense, if it's done right, it is a sense of self-government. It's just that what the media doesn't tell you, and what the higher-ups don't tell you, the people that are in power, that run these communist countries, is that when Karl Marx wrote the Communist Manifesto, there were 5 steps. These people only go to step 3, because, and what that is it's absolute power. But they don't stop at 5, which is to give ultimate power to the people, which is kind of what America does, but not really, because we still have people that are in office. So, in a sense, what communism really is it's meant to be like an anarchistic type of a government, but that's what the media doesn't want to tell you. So, I personally don't think that communism is a dirty word. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think that it's, I think that the way that it's practiced is wrong, if that makes any sense. So let's see the next question here. Okay. So, what do you think the difference is between COVID and, the swine flu? How come they haven't fixed it yet? Or, Ebola. I think, honestly, because Ebola didn't spread as easily as COVID does. See, you could cough on somebody and you could give them COVID. You could breathe on somebody and give them COVID. You could be in the same vicinity and touch a railing, and then someone touches that same railing and they'll have COVID. You couldn't do that with Ebola. Ebola was transmitted, I think, through bodily liquids like sweat. If someone was on a court and they were playing basketball, or they were playing football, or they were working out at a gym and they had it, then they would give it to other people who were sweating as well if they came in contact with somebody. But COVID is just so much easier. Me talking right now to someone, if someone else was here, I could possibly give them COVID. It's that easy. So it's harder to fix. And people also are selfish, and they don't want to they're the same people that say to trust the scientists, but then they don't want to trust the scientists when it comes to something that, like, they use the same excuses as to why, like, all these people want is just chaos. That's all that their main goal is to sow division and chaos. So the fact of the matter is, and the truth is that the reason that COVID isn't fixed, blame the people who are, I'm just gonna flat out say it, that are anti-vaxxers. Just blame them, because people are selfish. Okay, all they want to do is just cause anarchy and cause chaos, but they don't think about other people. So to answer that question, that is my view. So someone asked, what got you into rap music? So before he left, when I was about 4, 5, my dad in the car would play a lot of Lil Wayne and a lot of Eminem. So I've been exposed to rap from a very young age. I liked it, but I didn't love it until I got a little older, like 10, 11, 12. Because when I was 10, that was when Hobson's Nocturnal Rainbows came out. And I was like, holy shit, this is so fucking good. And that was when Eminem came out with Recovery, I think, when I was 10. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And when I was in middle school, the Marshall Mathers LP2 came out, and Rap God came out, and Drake was dropping at the time. Drake was still, like, he wasn't, like, super Drake yet, or, like, every song that he has is a hit. He was still kind of on his come up. So Drake was, like, I mean, Wayne didn't drop for, like, a really long time, but Kanye, the old Kanye was dope still. Big Sean, I forget what the album's called, Dark Sky Paradise or something to that nature. Please don't hate me. I'm not the biggest Big Sean fan, but I do know some of his work, and I like a lot of his work. I was still into Logic big when I was like 13 and 14, and then he kind of got corny, and I just, like, he was still kind of underground, and then in 2017 he got mainstream, and by that time I kind of moved off of him a little bit, but yeah. So I think the one good thing that he did for me, I mean, my dad got me into rap music. I mean, that was pretty cool. So, who are your top 3 musical inspirations? Okay, so 1, Eminem, easy. If it hadn't been for Eminem, I probably wouldn't have been a rapper, because honestly, I do feel like I'm a guest in rap music, because it's not my race's music. A lot of people of my race, of my color, are fans of it, and there are a lot of good artists of my race, of my color, that are in the rap game, but I still feel like a guest, because my race didn't found this genre, this art form. They didn't I don't know how to say it. We're guests, okay? We sit at the guest table. We sleep in the guest room. So for Eminem to kind of come in and make it acceptable for white people to be rappers, that was huge. The second inspiration is probably Michael Jackson. Say whatever you want about him, Michael Jackson is the single greatest musical artist of all time. I mean, there is no questioning that. Like, the man could sing and dance and write music like no one else ever can, ever will, ever did. Michael Jackson is the best to ever do it, and that's just the bottom line. And I remember when I was little, like 7 or 8. My mom, she said that when she was younger, she was a big fan of Michael Jackson. So she saw, I think on Friday nights or Saturday nights when Thriller would be on TV, and she would watch it, and it was like 1983 or something, and my first ever Michael Jackson song was actually Black or White, and I sang that song. I sang a cover of that song for a talent show when I was in third grade. With the help of my favorite teacher of all time, shout out to that teacher if you're watching this, you're still the goat. He helped me to write a song to the instrumental of Michael Jackson's Black or White, and I think it went pretty well. And I kind of danced a little bit. I dressed in the suit. I had Michael's hat. I had his like glove and stuff. It was really really cool. My third musical inspiration, y'all are gonna call me insane. Like, y'all are gonna call me absolutely batshit crazy. Um, it was actually Kelly Clarkson, and the reason that it's Kelly Clarkson is because when I was little, my dad left when I was at a rather young age, so I didn't really get to speak to him a lot afterward. And my mom, in the car, when she was going through that, my dad leaving, she'd always kind of play play Kelly Clarkson, and I know that Kelly Clarkson makes my mom feel better, and so whatever makes my mom feel better makes me feel a lot better. So, here's an easy one. What is my favorite color? I have three tied for first place. Well, I have one. Okay, my favorite color is red, and then my other favorite colors are black and gold. How old were you when you wrote your first song? 13. I know. I was a little I was a little puppy. Why are you such a neckbeard? Why does everyone like? I shaved. The beard's not on my neck anymore. I shaved my beard. It's not on my neck. I'm just growing it out. I'm trying to pull off the Eminem Nat look, but I really can't because my beard doesn't grow out. It just gets thicker. So, if you could be any celebrity for a whole day, who would you be? Um, Ariana Grande's wardrobe instructor. Does that answer your question? Biden or Trump? Andrew Yang. Um, are you a vegan? Yes, I'm a vegan. Slide down. Do you prefer your hair short or long? Honestly, I think the way that I have it now, I mean, I haven't combed it, but the way that I have it now, I actually like. I think not too long, not too short, just kind of trim it up a little bit. I think I'm fine because it matches the look of the beard a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of like that's I think that I might keep it like this. Who are some underground artists that you really really like? Um in terms of listening to, I guess that's what you were trying to infer. Well, I really like my man's Z15. I've known him for a really long time. He's good at what he does. Um, I think Easy's really really good. He the passion that he brings to his music, you can feel it. Zach Tyler, I mean, there's that guy's making moves, and I have to give credit where it's due. I mean, the guy is great at what he does. So, um, I mean, he's making big moves. He's making songs with PNB Rock, with Core. Um, he's gonna be big. He's even given me a couple beats. So, um, who else? Let's see. Oh, so I don't want to sound biased because the obviously I fuck with the people that are in my own camp, on my team on Rated R, but I just have to tell y'all that Slim Sakurai is like possibly maybe like one of the greatest rappers that I have ever possibly encountered. He's he's so versatile in what he can do, and he taught me how to rap. Like he in my first ever in my first like notebook, my mom bought me a notebook. I have probably 200 composition books just filled with lyrics that I've either used or that I haven't used. I've marked them down on pages for ones that I have used and ones that I haven't used. But and I just go back through them from time to time. So Sakurai, he he wrote a verse down in my book because we were at the summer camp, and the girls would always play us. And so we wrote a song that we never put out. that we never like recorded or followed up on or showed anyone. And I'm not going to do it now. I don't even know where that notebook is. I think I might have thrown it out. So if someone finds it, I'll sign it for you if I ever get famous. But yeah, Tannis, great mentor and great friend. He's kind of like my Dr. Dre. He taught me everything that I know on the marketing side, and he taught me a lot of stuff about lyricism and flow and instrumentals and beat making. Kid Hayes is a pretty incredible artist. I don't know how these guys still haven't been signed or haven't been picked up yet, because like Kid Hayes and Tannis are just two of the most talented artists that have ever graced the rap game. And it's a shame that they haven't been signed, that they haven't been, talked about. Like, it is despicable. And I'm not just saying that because they're my mentors. Like, I'm saying that because they're actually they're like genuinely talented. Like, I'm not even fucking around. Like, they are like really, really talented. So I don't know. If you could time travel, would you go back to the past or forward to the future? I don't know, because on the one hand, I kind of want to change some things about the past, but on the other hand, I kind of want to know what happens to me in the future. I might have to go into the future if I can do it more than once. But if I can only do it once, then I'll go back into the past and I'll change some things. But yeah, so what was the title of the first song that you ever wrote? That's a good question. What I know what I wrote it about. I wrote it about chasing dreams. I think it might have been called Dream Chasing. I'm really not sure. That's a very good question. That is like, what the fuck? I didn't even think of that. Like, nah, but yeah, no, it's a very good question. I don't know. That is my final answer. Xbox or PlayStation? I love both. I played both, but PlayStation. Sorry, Xbox. Are you a Netflix guy? I am. I'm currently watching with my family. We share Netflix. And I'm watching on my own. I'm rewatching Naruto, but my brother and my mom are watching the Miraculous Ladybug or something. I might check it out. I might not. I'm not sure. But Yeah, I mean, I am kind of a Netflix guy. I fell in love with the Flash show. That is such an incredible show. Um, this video is not sponsored by anyone or anything, but I just have to say that is a great show. So Marvel or DC. Listen, I love me some Marvel, but DC all the way, Batman all the way, Flash all the way, Superman all the way. Not really Superman, Red Hood. However, my second favorite superhero is Spider-Man. So do with that as you will. Favorite video. Why you ask me that? Favorite video game. Why did you ask me that? Because you guys know I love video games. That's not. That's not fair. I don't know. Probably Batman Arkham City. Yeah, I think that's a fair answer. Batman Arkham City. It's either Batman Arkham City or Spider-Man Web of Shadows or NBA 2K16. Those would be in my top three that I could just play over and over and over again. Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, or Andrew Garfield. Um, as Spider-Man, Tobey. Sorry. Who's the most comic accurate? Andrew. Who's the best? It's still Tobey. Who's the funniest? Probably Tobey. I mean, Tom is good as Spider-Man. There's no hate towards Tom, but for anyone born like between 2000 and like 20 and like 2005, Tobey was our Spider-Man. When I was kind of grown up, Andrew Garfield took over the mantle of Spider-Man. But Tobey was our Spider-Man. So early 2000s kids, comment who your favorite Spider-Man is, and if it's not Tobey, then you were born in the wrong generation. I knew this was gonna come. This is a much easier answer. Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, or Robert Pattinson as Batman. Christian Bale, easy. Best Joker. Oh, good question. The Dark Knight's my favorite movie of all time. So, by default, I'm going to say Heath Ledger. But Joaquin Phoenix did do an amazing job as Joker. I don't think he did as good as Heath Ledger did, because Heath Ledger caught like the psychotic side of Joker, like the pure evil menace that Joker is. Joaquin Phoenix brought out the human side of Joker, made him more of a recognizable and a relatable character. So both sides are very, very good. So I'm biased because I love the Dark Knight movie, but I also love the Joker movie. So it's hard. It's like, well, do you want like the fudge cake or the triple fudge cake? Like Heath Ledger, but Joaquin is like right there. And don't even get me started about Jared Leto. Any new music? If I tell you, I will have to erase your memory. How do you construct a song? If I tell you, I have to erase your memory. I'm not giving my secrets away. As mediocre and shitty of an artist as I am, I still have methods that I don't want people to catch on to, because if I ever make it big, I don't want to get copied more than I already have been. So, yeah. Um, Only a few more left, so this won't be very much longer. I know I'm probably boring y'all. Why why did you stop watching WWE? Because they let go of CM Punk, or they fired CM Punk. Um when I was little, I was a big fan of WWE, and then they fired CM Punk, who was like my second favorite wrestler, and I was so upset that from like 2014 to 2018, I just totally stopped watching. Now I watch pay-per-views, but I'm not as big of a fan as I used to be. Plus, now it's just not as good as it used to be. It's it's just weird. Like it's different. It's really really different from when I stopped watching to when I went back to it. Like it's really different now. It's really really different. Who wins the NBA Finals? The Sixers in 4. They're going to sweep the Lakers. Is Brady the GOAT? No. Nick Foles is. And even though I smiled, I'm being genuine. The Eagles beat Tom Brady. Chiefs couldn't get it done. Just saying. Who's your favorite artist that you've worked with? I'm gonna give you guys an answer that won't be shocking, but I also don't want to tell you guys, because like whenever I work with the artists from Rated R, like they're my they're my they're my boys, they're my best friends. So they're obviously my favorites. But my favorite outside of working with Rated R was probably King Quest. His flow and his lyricism is absolutely incredible. It's something to behold. I've seen it in person. I've seen it live, what he can do. And the way that he can bend words and his flow patterns and his rhyme schemes, it's so incredible. When he sent me a verse, I was so shell-shocked that I fucked up my verse when I was writing it and when I was like recording it. I couldn't even like, I was so frozen in time that I couldn't like get out like a legit song. I was like, what the fuck? And then a couple months before that, he shouted me out on his album. He shouted me out, me of all people, me. Like that was so huge. That was so respectable. And I always wanted to make a song with him, and I can say that we, did do it. I also loved working with Young T. I've worked with him twice, and he's a very, very good artist. He's very, he's very charismatic. I'll say that. He's very good at what he does. He's very, I think he's got a bright future in rap, and I think that he's going to be good. So, 2 more questions. 2 more. What's that saying? Oh. Um, how old were you when you started posting on SoundCloud? I was 15. Yeah. I was, yeah. I was, I was a pup. I'm 20 now. So, I've been on SoundCloud for 5 years. I lost my old SoundCloud account. Long story. But I had 1,000 followers on that thing. And the final question, and a very fitting question. What is next for RG Energy? Well, way I'll cap this off is that you're just going to have to wait and see. I'm not giving anything away anymore, because if I do, then y'all are going to get expectations. And if I can't meet your expectations, then I'm never going to hear the end of it. So, to answer your question, Just wait and see. Deuces, y'all. Thanks for watching.